What really gets my dick hard is
So fucking what?
Welcome to Metal Up Your Podcast, episode 20. I'm Ethan Luck.
And I'm Clint Wells.
And this episode is another fan-dedicated episode. We're reading your top 10 ranked Metallica albums as we did on a previous episode.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. We've got a lot of response. We got 59 responses.
A ton of responses. This is going to be like a lightning round, like a game show of us reading these things.
We really do want to try to get to all of them. So, but before we do that, we are going to read our next round of guitar pick winners. If you don't know what that is, if you leave us a positive review on iTunes, we're going to send you 5 picks, 3 Metal Up Your Podcast picks, and then 2 picks, one of Ethan's picks and one of my picks. We were doing this contest for I think it was the first 20 people, but we've just
first 20 originally, yeah.
And we've just decided, because we've gotten so many cool reviews, we're up to 40 now, which is so awesome. Thank you to all of you who've done it.
Thank you guys, yeah.
We've decided we're just going to give free swag to everyone who gives us a review up to 100 reviews. So we've got these guitar picks. They're really cool. You can see them on our Instagram account. And we've also got these black Metal Up Your Podcast patches made.
Yeah, so any of you guys getting your battle jackets ready for this Metallica tour, you could get a Metal Up Your Podcast patch. We should have them, I believe, ready to go by next week. They're getting shipped to my house soon, so.
Awesome. Well, okay, so here are the next group of winners. Here's the deal. If you hear your name, you need to send us an email at metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com with the subject pick contest. And send us your address or P.O. Box, wherever you want us to send these picks to, we'll send them to you. Here are the names. Oli Ghost, kind of like Holy Ghost without the H. Dina Works. Phil Rister 4, which that's our dude who lives in Nashville, right?
Yeah. The Phil Rister.
The Phil Rister. I think it's Reister, actually. Nick 9790. CLNTDNL. Clint Dennell. Oh, that's your bud, right?
That's the Clint that I always accidentally text about the show.
I feel like I need to know him now. He's like my
Clint
brother.
Daniel. You should meet Clint. He's awesome. He's a good dude.
He's a cool dude.
Oh yeah, big beer guy too. He has like beer parties at his house. We should go sometime.
Is he cooler than me, bro?
Of course not. No one's cooler than a guy. No one's cooler than a guy on Skype right now wearing a Guar shirt in the back of a tour bus.
Oh yeah, we should mention this is another remote episode. Ethan, Ethan, you're in Phoenix.
I'm in Phoenix. I'm backstage. I'm in what will become the tuning room today.
You're in what we call the belly of the beast.
That's right.
And by we, I mean no one but me.
All right. Who else won?
Reccut X, REKCUTX, Reccut X, Metallica 86, and Horned Frog PO. Horned Frog Po.
Horned Frog PO?
Yeah.
Horned Frog Po.
Horned Frog Po. So, thank you to all of you for sending the reviews. We're going to send you some of these beautiful, luxurious guitar picks.
Mwah. Oh, they're gorgeous. I mean, I can't stop staring at the pic of you.
Yeah?
And by pic, I mean actually a plectrum. They're beautiful. Clint and I look gorgeous on these things, let me tell you.
They do look pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I'm happy with them. And the patches are going to look sick. I can't wait for people to get those things and start sewing them onto their jackets or backpacks or something.
Sewing them onto their butts.
Please sew them onto your butt.
All right, so are we going to read a couple emails?
Yeah, we're going to get through, like we've done every episode recently, we read through 10 emails of you guys writing in. And I can start us off. This first one is from Byron C. You guys have infected my thoughts. 1, I will never think of Fleming Rasmussen without hearing Flaming Rasmussen, which sounds like a trapeze act. 2, I was walking past the alcohol aisle yesterday and saw the vodka and looked to see if it was double distilled for superior smoothness.
Nice.
Thanks guys for putting your free time and entertaining us. Hey, you're welcome, Byron.
You're welcome, dude.
Enjoy it. I hope you bought some superior smooth vodka.
And if you don't want the double distilled one, you can always opt for that passion fruit.
Yeah, the passion fruit's a good time.
It's just, it's just a little different flavor. It's a little spice. It's all right.
You don't really need a mixer either. Just on the rocks is fine.
That's what's kind of dangerous about it.
It's very dangerous.
Our next email is from Jacob Hoy. Hi, Ethan and Clint. I recently PM'd Clint on Reddit about sending a small collection of Metallica master tracks. Most of them are ripped from Guitar Hero Metallica, which use the master tracks to accurately chart the game. Yeah, I haven't opened it up yet, but he sent us like stems, I guess.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna. I have a day off tomorrow. I'm gonna download that and maybe throw a couple things in Logic, and who knows? Maybe we'll make a mashup or something.
I can't wait to hear it. That's going to be fun, dude.
I know. I'm kind of excited to listen to that.
He
stuff.
says, "Don't know if you can incorporate these into your podcast or not, but it's cool to listen to anyway." Cheers from Australia, Jacob. Thanks for sending that along, Jacob. That's really cool.
Yeah, very cool. This next one is from Nick Makoviak. Makoviak. I like Makoviak. Hey Clint, in parentheses, and Ethan. Like I just happened to be there.
He didn't want to talk to you. You're an afterthought.
I know. I am. Love the Death Magnetic episode. The album is right behind Ride the Lightning as my favorite, although Hardwired to Self-Destruct is catching up fast. I can vividly remember hearing the heartbeat, and that was just your life, and thinking this is a Metallica song, and then bam, it kicked. I did that because it's in all caps, everybody.
Bam.
And then it's like Emeril Lagasse? What's his name? Bam. It kicks you in the ass. I was lucky enough to see them twice on this tour, and they were great both times. Once in New Jersey, night 1, and once at MSG, night 1. The MSG at night 2 had a superior set list with the shortest straw, Judas Kiss, My Apocalypse, Trapped Under Ice, and Dyer's Eve.
Wow.
Fuck, I was pissed.
Trapped Under Ice.
Trapped Under Ice is really cool, yeah. So yeah, so if you ever make your way to the glorious New Jersey, I'll buy you a round or 3. That ups our beer tab, dude.
All right. We got about 8 beers.
I think more than that, man.
More than 8?
I think so.
I'm just going to go ahead and just choose to believe that all of our listeners live in New Jersey.
Yeah.
If you're from Denver, that's Denver, New Jersey.
It's Denver, New Jersey.
If you're from
right
Sweden,
now,
that's Sweden, New Jersey.
I'm in Phoenix, New Jersey right now.
Exactly. I'm in Valdosta, New Jersey. Tom Brady fan 789 writes, "Dear Metal Up Your Podcast." Ooh, I like that tone. It's like a love letter. Dear Metal Up Your Podcast.
He means this.
I'm very glad I gave your podcast a chance when I first noticed your thread on the forums. He's talking about the Metallica forums, which I'm fairly active on. He says, I disregarded it as some amateur grassroots circle jerk lauding at length about the Metallica of old, but to my surprise and joy, it's a very entertaining listen and one of the highlights of my week. I was expecting the production value of a Skype call recorded on Audacity, aka farting through a tin can. But I'm thoroughly impressed with the audio quality. You guys captured the chilling with Metallica Bros vibe perfectly, giving the feeling of being part of the conversation on the podcast as a whole. Keep it up. P.S. Cut down on the Torben Mustaine bit. It gets old fast.
I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Well, hello, Tom Brady fan 789.
Listen, Tom Brady fan, appreciate the constructive criticism.
Yeah.
But so far, you're the only person that does not like Torben and Dave. We do overdo it. Let's be honest.
Well, it's fun, and it's our goddamn show.
Yeah,
I will say, like, here's what I would say to Tom Brady fan, and I'm with you. I actually appreciate that he wrote that because he said a lot of nice things, but he's also given us the truth. All right, that's cool. Here's the deal. Some of you who don't like Torben and Dave, for those of you guys that don't like it, there are other people who tell us that they love it, okay? For those of you who say that Ethan says totally so much, other people think it's funny. For those of you who think the Outlaw Torn thing is old, others of you love that shit. So we can't please all of you. We're trying.
Yeah, totally. Hey, I just said totally again.
And the thing is, like, the Dave and Torben thing, it makes us laugh. So as long as it continues to make me and Ethan laugh, we're going to keep doing it, okay?
Yeah. And, I mean, maybe it's because there's usually drinking involved in the podcast. This might be the first episode where we haven't made cocktails before.
That's true.
It's like 10:45 in the morning for me. Not that means I can't drink.
Right.
But I just took a shower. I don't know if I want to have a drink right after I get out of the shower.
No, you're too clean.
Okay, this next screen name I'm going to have some trouble with.
Oh, boy.
Zlatko Stefkovsky. Stefkovsky.
I'm going to guess he's from New Jersey. Tough one. He's from New Jersey, too.
I think Moscow, New Jersey. Okay, Death Magnetic is my favorite album. It's perfect. I dub this album the best Metallica with 100% new tracks. Like, what's every band's best album? Of course, it's their best of compilation album. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Because that's just a best of. But no one counts that since it's just a compilation and it took bits and pieces from other albums. Okay, I just got proven wrong by the guy. Well, Death Magnetic takes bits and pieces from all their albums and it creates 100% original songs. It takes the best of Metallica. You grew up with them. You went through their weird stages. You waited for this album, and they thank you by writing a best of Metallica album. There's something for every fan of Metallica. I love it. 10 out of 10.
Right. So he's
That's
saying,
awesome. I mean,
he's saying the Death Magnetic's like a best of, except with new songs.
Yeah, and you know, I talked about that on the Hardwired episode because that's how I feel about that record.
I agree. I feel the same way.
Well, thanks,
Thanks,
Zlatko.
dude. Zlatko.
And I'm sorry if you're from Russia. I'm really sorry about Ivan Drago back then that Rocky beat him. But you know, sometimes America just has to prevail.
Oh my God, we just got the Rocky narrative floating right alongside this Metallica thing.
Oh yeah, totally. And by the way, if you are from Russia, this is all assuming he's from Russia.
Oh, God.
I have been to Russia, and it is a beautiful, beautiful country. I would love to go back there one day. Moscow is so cool.
I've never been.
It's bitchin'.
Our next email is from Kyle Sautar. Hey guys, I was looking forward to hearing your opinion on this album. I think he's talking about Death Magnetic, as it's one of those albums that's overlooked in Metallica's library. I remember when it came out, the relief that my favorite band had returned. That's exactly how I felt, dude.
Yeah.
There were guitar solos, there was a real snare. Just looking at the track list titles before listening, All Nightmare Long, Judas Kiss, My Apocalypse, this even sounded fucking metal. There are a handful of gems on Death Magnetic that the boys should really put back in the set list, as I saw the World Magnetic Tour and they played those great songs. Keep up the great content, guys, making my Mondays a hell of a lot more enjoyable. Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks, man.
I agree, man. I know that if you listened to our last episode, you've heard I regaled you with my tales of coming in late to the Death Magnetic camp. But
right.
Shit, man, I'd love to see Judas Kiss live and All Nightmare Long.
It's such a good. I mean, it's a great record. And if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to it because we rant and rave about that record quite a bit. And our consensus is that it's a fucking great Metallica.
I've been listening to it nonstop since we did the episode. I can't get enough, man.
I know, it's so good. I was even yesterday. We posted a couple clips of me and Clint playing Death Magnetic riffs on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
And I was even going through like yesterday morning before I had to hop on the bus and come to the venue in San Diego. I was just sitting there going through and like figuring out riffs I've never figured out before, and it's some really fun stuff to play on that record if you're a guitar player.
And I would encourage you guys, like, we're actually putting some pretty fun shit on our Instagram page. So just look up Metal Up Your Podcast on Instagram. Like, we're going to start doing this thing called the Riff of the Week, where Ethan and I are going to play like a riff from a tune, or what? Have we even fleshed out that idea?
Not really, but I think kind of what we already posted on there, like if you're following us on there, like, you know, for instance, Clint put up the intro bitch and riff to That Was Just Your Life.
And you did End of the Line.
At the end of the line, yeah. And, you know, they're just Metallica riffs we love playing. They're fun to play. And, you know, we basically just record audio and video of a minute of it because that's all you can do on Instagram. And, you know, just something fun. It seems, you know, people that follow us seem to really like it. So we're going to keep doing it. Riff of the Week, coming at you.
Coming at you. Monday.
Monday. Masuski. Hey guys, I'm curious. What do you think of Robert's son playing at gigs with Korn? I watched a few videos of their performances, and I think he's fucking kicking ass. Cheers. Whoa, your first name is awesome. It's Milo SZ, like Milos. Milos Suski. Anyways, I saw a couple clips of it. I'm not a Korn fan. I've never been a Korn fan. Just not my kind of. That's not my taste, I guess. But I did watch some videos, and his son is a little badass.
I know, dude. He's so killed. Just as a dad myself, it's like, oh, my 12-year-old on a Korn tour. I don't know. I wonder if Robert's out there with him.
He was there. I saw like a little backstage kind of thing when they were sound checking, and he was standing there.
So he's probably.
So Robert was definitely there.
He's either on the bus with him, or they're flying to every show together, or something.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't think anybody in that situation would just send their 12-year-old son out with, you know.
Well, I don't know if they have I don't know if they have like a personal assistant or something. I don't know. Like. For sure,
and I'm sure that, like, you know, Robert's known those guys for a long time and trusts them, but it's still his son, you know what I mean?
Well, it's still a pretty big rock show. I'm with you. I'm not a Korn fan. I've never bought. I like that one song, "Got the Life," but I never bought a single one of their records.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I can't really hang with the like springy bass tones and are you ready and all that crap.
Yeah.
No offense if you're a Korn fan, I just never got into him. Not my thing. But Robert's son, man, he is a fucking killer bass player.
I'll tell you what, man. Everything I have seen about Robert, kind of outside of Metallica, he seems like a really cool dude.
I briefly met him in when Kings were touring in South America. Mm-hmm. There was a Lollapalooza in Chile, and he was there doing some other project with a couple other guys from bands, and he was in the lobby talking to a dude I knew, so I just kind of walked up, and my buddy introduced me, and I said, hello, my name's Ethan. I said, man, I love your work. this is obviously before Hardwired, and I was like, man, I really love your work on Death Magnetic. He's like, oh, thanks, man. Like, he was really kind and
that's great,
very down to earth. Yeah,
his shit is great on Death Magnetic, by the way. His bass playing is great.
Totally.
Neil Hansen says Steamroller Action. Remember the Steamroller Action guy?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He says Steamroller Action is actually a lyric from Damage Inc. Steamroller Action crushing all. Victim is your name and you shall fall. So
Yeah.
I guess we botched it.
Well, I mean, I wasn't okay. I know that's a lyric from from Damage Inc. I wasn't thinking of it at the time.
Yeah.
I just thought Steamroller Action was a good nickname for a dude driving a steamroller and crushing his Black album because he hated it.
Yeah. We turned him into like a director.
Yeah,
who was
I just thought
directing
those-
steamrolling
yeah.
commercials.
Totally.
Thanks for letting us know, Neil. He says cheers. And Neil's in Vancouver. That's cool.
Nice. Vancouver, New Jersey.
Exact. Of course. Duh.
Yeah, duh. We know this.
All right. Next email.
Sweet. All right, Nicole Williams. Hey, we don't get a lot of females writing in, so it's always nice. We've got a couple female fans, but I think our fan base is mostly dudes.
Yeah, I think
that's fine.
It's probably the same demographic as Metallica's fans.
Yeah, exactly. But all right, Nicole Williams, thanks for writing in. Excuse me. Hey guys, still binging away on your podcast since I discovered it earlier this week, and I just listened to the Jason Newsted episode. First of all caps, thank you for doing this episode. As it's nice to know I've got some kindred spirits out there that feel the same about Jason. Keep up the great job with the podcast. I'm always talking back while listening, like you're a couple of my Metallica friends. P.S. Thanks for reminding me that Rockstar Supernova existed. I thought I had done a good job of suppressing that memory.
Oh boy.
Sorry, Nicole. We didn't mean to bring that back into your memory there.
I've still never seen
terrible.
it. I've still never seen it, and I probably at this point I probably never will watch it.
No, there's no reason to. I remember watching like an episode or two just because Jason Newsted was on it, and it was just one of those like there was another show, I think it was called like Supergroup, or it was the one with like Sebastian Bach and like Scott Ian and a couple guys.
Yeah, it's called Super Bullshit
I don't know.
Thing.
Yeah, I don't know. If you're going to get a bunch of guys in different bands to start a new band, just do that in the fucking garage and start a band and make a kick-ass record, Like Velvet Revolver. That was a cool, like, super group, quote-unquote, even though I hate that term. But, yeah, those kind of shows suck.
Well,
but anyways,
no supergroup will ever top the ultimate supergroup, Traveling Wilburys.
Exactly.
I went and saw Tom Petty this week with my wife, and
I know. I was jealous.
It was very, very, very good.
Yeah, and I've heard that's like going to be his last, like, big tour.
No way. What? Really?
Yeah. I read something online where he kind of said this will probably be like the last, like, I don't think he'll stop playing shows. I think it's just the last, like, long haul tour.
Yeah. Wow. Well, he's earned the break, man. I mean, it's 40 years of some of the greatest songs ever written. So,
agreed. Yeah.
Sorry for that tangent. Thanks for writing in, Nicole. It's nice to hear from you.
Oh yeah.
Next email is from Chelsea Bowen, who I know. Hey, Clint Ethan, thanks for the guitar picks. Also, just wanted to say I genuinely enjoy listening to the show every Monday. It's entertaining, informative, and just rules. You guys can add me to your growing list of the people who want to buy you a beer if they run into you at a show. Stay safe out there on the road. Thanks, Chelsea.
We will, Chelsea.
More beer.
And we will take that beer. More beer. Yeah, I think I do need to put a more beer sticker on one of my guitars now.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of offers for it. So,
dude, I'm dreaming of the day when you and I will have matching or black and white snakebite guitars.
I know. Yeah, I think I'm either going to put more beer or eat fuck on my guitar. Eat fuck is just funny.
It is funny.
All right, our last email is from Sarah Sobek. Hey, guys, just binge listened the last 3 days. Now I'm having withdrawals. Shout out to my girl Jean in New York who turned me on to you guys. You guys rock. I hope you guys continue to do this. You have great chemistry, and I feel that I'm in the room with my brothers, totally, in quotes, sharing in the church giggles.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah, well, thanks for. We're happy you're a new listener. That's awesome, and and thank you, Gene, for spreading the gospel of Metal Up Your podcast.
Yeah, I mean, we love that you guys are on the ride with us for sure. Very cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's every day is truly mind blowing. Just like waking up to emails and like I'm laying in the bunk on the bus, just like gosh, like people from all over the freaking world are like checking this thing out. It's pretty cool.
Which like we are kind of selecting the 10 that we think are kind of the most interesting to talk about. We do answer all the emails, and I guess as we grow, we are starting to get some very long emails, like maybe telling us what could be better. Like we're definitely getting like a whole spectrum of stuff. We are choosing to read the more flattering ones for reasons that I'm sure you understand. But all that to say, if you do want to reach out and maybe have one of your emails read on the show, send us an email, metalupyourpodcastshow@gmail.com. Even if we don't read it on the show, you'll probably get a response from me or Ethan. So
yeah, definitely. And I think a good idea for a future episode, a future fan episode, would be to read nothing but negative emails.
Oh God, our hate mail.
We don't get hardly that many. There are some that have come through, and we'll respond to those too, you know. But I think it'd be hilarious if we read like a hate mail episode.
I mean, kind of. I don't want to like open up the door to have these fuckers write in, because the deal too is like,
yeah, it's true.
We're doing this like as a hobby, and it's fun, and it's not. We're not like, this isn't our fucking job. So I like the feedback even when it's critical, because it does help the show. Like, it helps us grow. Whatever. But it is. We do listen, and we do respond. I mean, for example, you know, before we narrowed it down to 10 emails per show, we were just reading all of them. And someone had pointed out, said, hey, like, I love your show. The email thing gets a little long. You know, you guys don't start talking about whatever the episode is about until like 40 minutes in. We were like, you know what, that dude is right. We need to narrow it down. So we're listening, you know. And if you're being a dick, we're just going to not respond. And you know, but we do appreciate the constructive criticism. Yeah. So all that to say, shoot us an email. We'll incorporate it in the show. Speaking of incorporating shit into the show, are we ready to read some of the fans' rankings of the records?
Yeah, Clint and I on a previous episode ranked Metallica's records 1 to 10 because they got 10 of them out, and this is just their full length. Some people were like, I would put S&M in there, and I would put Garage Inc. We're talking about studio albums of original material, not live records, not compilations, just these studio records. And
here's the deal. My sweet wife, I want to give a shout out to my wife Isabel. She's way smarter than me, and she took all of the data that we got from these lists, and she kind of gave me some stats. So I'm going to read those at the end of the episode. And we're going to try to
Didn't she make like a Excel spreadsheet?
She made an Excel spreadsheet, and then I had some questions for her, like, what was the highest ranked, lowest ranked, blah, blah, blah. And she gave me some pretty fun stats. So
that's awesome.
Thank you to my sweet wife for taking the time to help our show be better.
Absolutely. Thank you, Isabel. We appreciate it.
And we're going to read these kind of quick because we have a lot, and some of them are interesting. And I see you waving somebody away.
Yeah, our head video director, this guy Paul. He's from England. I heard the door open, and I glanced over, and he was like, "Ooh, sorry," and I kind of was signaling him because there's a bathroom on the other side of me. So I wonder if he was like, "Ooh, I think he's going to record me taking a shit or something."
Well, thank you to our respective bandmates and crewmates for.
Who knew that holding a microphone and having a set of headphones on would just be like repellent for crew guys? Like, ooh, I can't go in there. Something important's happening. If they only knew.
If they only knew how important it was. So let's just kind of rapid fire these a little bit, and then if one
there's a lot of them.
If one kind of sticks out, we'll talk briefly.
Definitely.
I'll start us off, and I'll read a few. Melody and Jay, who's our friend from the forum. Are we going to go 10 to 1 or 1 to 10? Maybe 1 to 10.
Let's just do 1 to 10. I don't like reading backwards.
And the deal about Melody, which I think Melody's name is actually Susan, but we'll continue calling her Melody. She's into the thrash shit, so this doesn't surprise me. Ride the Lightning, Kill, Master Puppets, Justice, Hardwired, Black Album, Death Magnetic, Load, Reload, Saint Anger. Yeah,
she's kind of, I mean, with the exception of a few, that's kind of my list.
Patrick929 says, oh, now this is interesting. Number one Metallica record, Saint Anger.
Patrick.
I mean, Saint Anger, I get it. No one likes Load and Reload. I fucking get it. But Saint Anger, better than Black Album? Better than Puppets?
Better than Ride the Lightning? Better than the other 9 records?
Better than list every other thing they've ever done.
Look, this is your list,
but it's
Patrick,
his list. All right. That's right.
And this is America. You can choose to like Saint Anger and make it your number 1 record.
Well,
but
it's like you said on a previous episode. This is America. This is Earth.
This is Earth. We can do what the fuck we want on our planet.
I'll read the rest of his list. Saint Anger, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, Reload. He's got Reload above Ride the Lightning. Then Ride the Lightning, Hardwired, Black Album, Puppets. Justice at number 9. Number 10, Load. Woo!
Wow. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
God bless you, Patrick.
All right, Gene, who I believe this is our friend Gene from the forum too. Number 1, Puppets. 2, Justice. Hardwired, Black Album, Reload, Lightning, Kill 'Em All. And she actually did put Garage Inc. Load, and then Death Magnetic. She said
Cheater.
She said Saint Anger just doesn't make the cut. Now that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. We will accept that answer and approve Garage Inc.
I'll read two more.
At number 8.
I'll read two more. Ibanez 400. Oh, sorry, my thing just jumped. Ibanez 400. Number 1, Load. Hell yeah, dude. Number 2, Hardwired. That's strong.
Nice.
3, Black Album. 4, Puppets. 5, Lightning. Kill 'Em All. Reload. Justice. Saint Anger. And then Death Magnetic last.
Man. All right.
All right.
Fair enough.
Next up, we got our beloved Faro. Hello, Faro.
Hello, Faro. Great to see you.
Number 1, Lightning. Number 2, Load. That's interesting. 3,
Okay.
Hardwired. 4, Puppets. 5, Reload. 6, Black Album. 7, Death Magnetic. 8, Kill 'Em All. 9, Justice. 10, Saint Anger. Man, these are some strange flavors.
That's crazy.
All right, you want to hit a few?
Yeah, I'll hit the next couple here. Phantom Lord 3, number 1, Master of Puppets, Justice, Ride the Lightning, Black Album, Hardwired, Death Magnetic, Load, Kill 'Em All, Saint Anger, Reload.
It hurts. It hurts my feelings.
I just, if I could interrupt the list reading for a second, my dream is that I read all these and Saint Anger is number 10 on every single one. I know that's not the case, and again, this is Earth. You can decide what you want to like. All right, Phil Rister, number 1, Ride the Lightning, number 2, Master of Puppets, Black Album, Death Magnetic, Hardwired, Justice, Kill 'Em All, Load, Reload, number 10, Saint Anger. My man.
All right. Is that basically
All right,
your list?
That's
Mine-
decently close to mine, yeah.
Yeah, it's close. All right.
Yeah. All right, Nefanda. Number 1, Justice, Hardwired, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, Black Album, Death Magnetic, Load, Reload, Anger. That's another list that I totally back.
Yeah, the 7 through 10 being Death Magnetic, Load, Reload, and then Saint Anger is really common on these lists.
It's very common, yeah. Yeah, I would. I have to go back and look at my list, but yeah, this guy's Hardwired at 2. That's pretty for a record that's less than a year old. That's impressive.
Hardwired. I'm gonna kind of
could.
Yeah, I'm gonna read the kind of the statistics at the end. Hardwired fared really well on all these lists.
Yeah,
which is,
I'll bet, man. It's
just
a kick-ass record.
It's just so cool that 35 years in, they're still making records that can compete.
I know.
You know.
All right, Intelligenza. I wonder if they're a coffee fan and like Intelligentsia coffee. All right, here's their list: Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All. The Black Album, Hardwired, Death Magnetic, Load, Reload, Saint Anger. That's kind of like one of the more classic. I'm an old school Metallica fan lists right there.
Yeah, it's just
That's cool.
When I
That's
was
totally cool.
When I was compiling these lists, I just kept saying to myself, "Yeah, I fucking get it. No one likes Load and Reload. I get it. I get it."
All right, the next list is UJJ Metallica 182. Number 1, the Black Album, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Hardwired, Justice, Load, Reload, Death Magnetic, Kill 'Em All, and Saint Anger.
Cool.
You want to take over from here?
Yep. Ring the bells. Number 1, Puppets, Lightning, Justice, Kill 'Em All, Black Album, Hardwired, Death Magnetic, Load, Saint Anger, Reload. Come on.
Man. Listen to Reload, because there's a lot of good tracks on that record.
Let me preface what I'm about to say with the fact that I know that this is subjective and that our opinions are just our opinions. I know that for a fact, okay? However, in what possible universe is Saint Anger better than Reload? I don't get it. All right, rant over. So Swerk
all right,
H,
continue.
Swerk H says, this is my rank based on the ratings that I did for every song on each album from 1 to 10. That's an interesting way to do it.
Okay.
Number 1, Puppets. Number 2, Justice. 3, Lightning. 4, Black Album. 5, Hardwired. 6, Load. 7, Death Magnetic. 8, Kill 'Em All. 9, Reload. 10, Saint Anger. Bangmeister. Number 1, Justice. Then Puppets. Hardwired. Ride the Lightning. Death Magnetic. Saint Anger at number 6. Load. Black Album.
Jeez.
Kill 'Em All. Reload. He's got Saint Anger above the Black Album. All right.
I got nothing to say to that. I'm sorry. I can't talk right now.
Our friend Laurie Laker says, a studio album top 10. Damn, this is hard. This took me ages. Here's my list. Number 1, Puppets. 2, Justice. That's like your first 2.
Yep.
Black Album, Ride the Lightning, Hardwired, Load, Death Magnetic, Kill 'Em All, Reload, Saint Anger.
I'm finding it interesting. Kill 'Em All is down there on a lot of these lists.
Yeah, it was down there on mine too, man. I know.
Yeah.
It's a bummer because it's so good.
It's really good.
I mean, I said this on our albums ranking episode, and I still 100% believe it. Other than the one record of Poo Poo, I love all the other ones. So it really wasn't.
Record of poo-poo.
Sometimes it's more effective if you don't use a curse word.
It's way more effective. It's like that record that I like to put in the potty.
It's my potty record.
Yeah.
The toilet record. All right. The hatest brings us his hateful list. Number 1, Justice for All. 2, Ride the Lightning. 3, Master of Puppets. 4, Load. I like seeing Load that high. 5, Black Album. 6, Hardwired. Saint Anger. Number 7, Death Magnetic. Kill 'Em All. Reload. The hatest.
Wow, okay.
The Burning Red. Number 1, Justice. 2, Puppets. Ride the Lightning. Load. Again, Load at number 4. Kill 'Em All. Hardwired. Black Album. Death Magnetic. Reload. Saint. Poo Poo. Bat Country 97. Bat Country 97. Oh, now check this list out. Number 1, Reload.
You're happy about that?
Love it. I mean, that's insane to me, but I love seeing the love for it. Number 2,
Yeah.
Load. Number 3, Hardwired, which makes sense. Hardwired's got a lot of Load, Reload flavor.
Yeah.
4, Puppets. 5, Black Album. 6, Justice. 7, Saint Anger. 8, Ride the Lightning. 9, Kill 'Em All. Least favorite record, Death Magnetic.
Wow. That is an interesting list. I can't believe Load and Reload at the top.
Killer.
Yeah, you got to be happy about that. All right, Guitar Man 122 508, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, Hardwired, Black Album, Kill 'Em All, Load, Reload, Death Magnetic, Saint Anger.
All right.
That's another thrashy list.
Yep.
Black in 92, mine would go something like this: Reload, Saint Anger.
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
I was reading it. Okay, he did 10 to 1. Let me back up on that one. Number 1, Puppets, Lightning, Kill 'Em All, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, Justice, Death Magnetic, Black Album, Load, Saint Anger, and Reload.
You're killing
Reload
me.
at number 10.
You're killing me.
10 again, man.
You're
I
killing
know.
me.
All right, Geek Out says number 1, Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
That's
Master
cool.
of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, very cool. Load, Black Album, Justice, Death Magnetic, Reload, Kill 'Em All, and Saint Anger.
Number 1, Hardwired. That's great.
Yeah, that album's had that big of an impact on the guy.
That's great, man.
All right, K-Bell 75, number 1, Master of Puppets, Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, Kill 'Em All, Black Album, Death Magnetic, Load, Reload, Saint Anger.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of, yeah, it's another one of the common, like, you can kind of tell the old school Metallica fans with some of these lists.
Yeah, you can.
Zautus. Zautus says his list: Master of Puppets, Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, Black Album, Hardwired, Death Magnetic, Load, Reload, Saint Anger.
Again, yeah, another kind of classic thrashy list.
Yep, totally. I'll read one more and then you can take over. 4 Horsemen 12. Number 1, Justice, Master of Puppets, Load, Ride the Lightning, Black Album, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, Reload, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, Saint Anger.
I like how you said Black Album.
Black Album.
What's that character's name?
I'm still developing it. I'm not really sure yet.
You know, we haven't really revisited since we sort of landed on it, which surprises me, is the Outlaw Torben.
Oh, the Outlaw Torben, yeah.
You make
I think
you
I
make
think it
me
needs a little more-
smash. You make me smash as a clock and feel. I'd
What
rather.
if the Outlaw Torben is just Torben like quoting like John Wayne movies or something?
Can you do it? Do you know a John Wayne quote?
I not really. I just need to, or Clint Eastwood movies or whatever. Go ahead and make the day. But he gets the quotes kind of wrong. That's, I don't know. I'm still developing. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Dennis Muraview says, although this was a very difficult decision for me, here's my list: Lightning, Justice, Puppets, Hardwired, Load, Black Album, Reload, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, and Saint Anger. Dave J. Blues writes, Master Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, Justice, Black Album, Death Magnetic, Hardwired, Load, Saint Anger, Reload. Come on. Darth Razorback, Justice for All, which, surprising, I didn't see as many Justice as number 1 as I thought I
That's
would.
the first one so far.
Master Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Black Album, Load, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, Hardwired, Saint Anger, Goddamn Load. Why do I feel like I'm getting all the ones where Reload's last.
This is kind of. I think this is. It's like me with the Outlaw Torn. Now people are like, I'm going to put Reload number 10 just to piss Clint off.
Just to really hurt Clint's feelings. All right, B Metal 11247630 million kajillion. Why do you have a ton of numbers in your name? Ride the Lightning, Hardwired, Justice for All, Reload, Load, Master Puppets, Black Album, Death Magnetic, Kill 'Em All, Saint Anger. All right. I think we just finished the forum ones, and now we're crossing over to Reddit here. Give some love to our Reddit listeners. Though Things writes, Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Black Album, Reload, Load, Death Magnetic, Hardwired, Kill 'Em All, Saint Anger. You know, I think if they were to I'm not a fan of this. I don't want Metallica to do this, but some people do. But if they did re-record Kill 'Em All, I do think because of the sound of it, it would rank higher.
I think so too. I don't know if I would want to hear that though.
No.
I mean, Hetfield is so young, and his voice, that's just what it was back then.
It's just part of it,
and
man.
we've heard him like do those songs live currently, and it sounds awesome. But it is what it is, you know. Like there's certain, like I would like to hear. I don't know if I want any Metallica record re-recorded by them. I would like some remixes.
Yeah, I agree.
But that's about it.
I mean, we had that Dahan show where they played it. I mean, I'd listen to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. I like for it to sound better, but it's also just part of the sound of Kill 'Em All is that young, kind of shitty sound. That's just part of it.
Oh, young, low-budget record recorded in New York, and I mean, yeah.
Steve Tennant writes, Master of Puppets, Metallica, Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, Load, Hardwired, Death Magnetic, Kill 'Em All, Reload, Saint Anger. I'll read one more and then let you take over.
All right.
Chocolate Window. How about that for a name?
What's up, Chocolate Window?
What, you eat a window made out of chocolate? What do you do with a chocolate window?
Or it protects you from chocolate rain.
Ooh.
Anyone remember that viral video?
I do.
10 years ago?
Unfortunately. Chocolate rain.
Rain.
Chocolate Window's #1 record is Hardwired.
Awesome.
Followed by Justice, Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, Black Album, Load, Reload, Saint Anger.
Nice. Panda Prolapse, his or her, Justice, Puppets, Lightning, Magnetic, Load, Hardwired, Black Album, Reload, number 8, Saint Anger, number 10, Kill 'Em All.
Wow.
That's crazy to me. Who does that? Who does that?
And then Panda went on to write, loving the podcast, the Torben stuff kills me, keep it up. You see, the one guy doesn't like Torben. Panda Prolapse likes Torben. What are we supposed to do? We're at a real crossroads there.
I know what I'm supposed to do is keep going. It's going to be great.
Hello, Prolapse. Okay, let's get going.
All right, Desai Osu, Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, Justice for All, Black Album, Hardwired, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, Reload, Load, Saint Anger.
Cool.
Clark 102, Justice, Puppets, Load, Lightning, Hardwired, Black Album, Reload, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, Saint Anger. Oh, I think he got messed up on his numbering here, but that's still 10.
Okay. Cool.
And under Death Magnetic, this person also said, haven't really listened to it much yet. Get on that.
I would say,
I think it'll
jump in.
It'll climb the charts.
Jump in.
All right, the Heartbreak Zig, Ride the Lightning, Master Puppets, Kill 'Em All, Reload at 4, Justice for All, Black Album, Load, Hardwire, Death Magnetic, Saint Anger. And then he said, little edit, I hope nobody hates me for putting Reload over Injustice for All. Dude, no one hates you for that. There are other lists that are worth a little bit of hate, but yours is not one of them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't hate. I don't hate. I dislike. How about that?
Yeah. I'm with you.
All right. A Goblin's Flip. It's kind of a cool.
It's really
it sounds
cool.
like a kid's movie.
Or
like a goblin that wants to join the circus.
A Goblin's Flip.
A story of a goblin and his journey to join the circus as an acrobatic. This summer, A Goblin's Flip.
This time it's personal.
Yeah.
In a world.
In a world where a goblin is double-crossed by the government. His only solution, acrobatics.
It's like an espionage goblin film.
Join his journey and watch A Goblin's Flip this summer.
And this time, it's personal.
It's always personal next. This is one of my favorite screen names, I gotta say.
A Goblin's Flip, I love it.
A Goblin's Flip, it's great. All right, A Goblin's Flip. Sorry. No more church giggles here. Hey, Nacho. Nacho's in the room now. We're just recording a podcast.
What's up, Nacho?
Hey, say hi to all of our fans.
Hey, all the fans.
What does Nacho do with Kings?
Nacho's the guitar tech.
Okay, cool.
He texts for Matt. He just said, and I know absolutely nothing about Metallica.
Oh, tell him to get out. Tell him to get out of that room.
He really doesn't. Nacho's his favorite thing is 90s country.
Oh, wow.
Like Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
that kind of deal.
All
I
right.
guess before it got really bad.
Yeah, I mean Garth Brooks is good. I mean, I don't have his records, but
Of course.
he's good for sure.
But he likes old stuff too. He loves like Roger Miller and stuff.
Oh
like
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, back to A Goblin's Flip, the movie coming this summer, and Justice for All, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Hardwired, Kill 'Em All, Reload, Load, Death Magnetic, Saint Anger, number 10, Black Album.
What?
All right, hang on.
What?
Goblin's Flip.
What?
First of all, I'm not going to see your movie now because the Black Album's at number 10, and I might even like protest the movie.
I think old Goblin's Flip's straight up tripping.
Yeah, for those listening, do not go see A Goblin's Flip this summer.
This time it's not personal.
Yeah, this time it's personal with the podcast.
Wow, that's fascinating.
I know. All right, LTBR55, love the podcast, guys. Here's my list. Master of Puppets and Justice for All, Black Album, Ride the Lightning, Hardwire, Death Magnetic, Kill 'Em All, Load, Reload, Saint Anger. You
Standard.
want to take over from there?
Yeah, Luke of Vago says
Luca Vago.
Justice, Puppets, Lightning, Hardwired, Black Album, Reload, Death Magnetic, Kill 'Em All, Saint Anger, Load. Now, here's what I don't get about this, and I've said it in previous episodes. I think I've even talked about it on the forum. He's got Reload at number 6. He digs the Reload sauce, right? He's got Load as his least favorite Metallica album. Now, those records were made from the same recording session. The reason that they're even called Load and Reload is because they're so similar.
I mean, it's essentially a double album.
How can you
if look at it that
what
way?
explains the disparity? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just
I don't
don't
know.
get
I mean-
it. Like, I guess just the arbitrary song choices. He just likes
The only thing I
song.
could think of is maybe coming off of the Black Album, Load was the next Metallica thing for them. They're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And so maybe, a little while later, Reload comes out, and then they're like, okay, I'm kind of getting used to this. Oh, that's a cool song. Oh, kind of like that. But maybe it was too much of a sting for them when Load came out. And that's why it's.
I just don't see how you can like Outlaw Torn and not like Fixer, or how you can like Loman's Lyric but not like Mama Said. Like, it's just the flavors are so similar. All right, that's enough of me on that. Everyone knows how I feel. Vice S96 says Justice, Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Black Album, Hardwired, Kill 'Em All, Load, Death Magnetic, Reload, then Saint Anger. See, I get that. I get if you like Load and then Death Magnetic, then Reload. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't get the 5 position jump, though.
Yeah.
Freddie Jason Meyer, which kudos to that screen name, a big horror nerd.
Nice.
Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Black Album, Justice for All, Death Magnetic, the iTunes remaster, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, Load, Kill 'Em All, Reload, Saint Anger. Masala.
All right.
Masala Ocelot. Number 1.
Ocelot.
Number 1, Saint Anger.
Sir Ocelot.
Hello.
Wait, Sir Ocelot.
Hello, Sire. Sir Ocelot.
Sire, Sir Ocelot. I'm starting to go into Torben on accident.
Torben.
I got to get my accents in order here.
Torben in medieval times. Lower the drawbridge.
Torben,
Lower the drawbridge.
Please lower it so I can cross. I don't want to get eaten by the crocodiles in the moat.
So number 1, Saint Anger. Number 2, Load. Number 3,
get out of here.
Reload.
Stop it.
It does kind of seem like a troll list. Like, that can't be real. Number 1, like,
don't know.
even I wouldn't put Load and Reload at 2 and 3. Wait, did I? Did I put Reload
Yeah.
at number 2 or something? No, I put Reload at 3. Okay. Saint Anger, Load, Reload, Justice for All, Hardwired, Death Magnetic, Black Album, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets number 9, Kill 'Em All number 10.
Just get out of here,
Unbelievable.
please.
Thank you though for sending your terrible list. I'm just kidding. Tristan Korb. 1, Justice for All, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, Hardwired, Black Album, Load, Death Magnetic, Reload, Saint Anger. Okay. Goober Nubble. Goober Nubble
Jeez.
says Justice for All, Master of Puppets, Hardwired, Black Album, Load, Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, Reload, Saint Anger. And
All right.
and then I think we're now in our last phase of these, and we're going to read some emails.
Yeah.
So our first email, Frank Groen. Number 1, Lightning, Black Album, Puppets, Reload, and then he kind of throws Garage Inc. in between Reload and Load. Kind of cheating, but we'll let you have it. Justice for All, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, Death Magnetic, Kill 'Em All, Saint Anger. Now, some of these emails people sort of elaborated, so we'll read a few of these. Sean Gerard writes, Number 1, Puppets. He says this album is perfect. The tone of the guitar is godly. Solos are out of this world. It's when James's voice really started to flesh out to the James we all love. All right, yeah.
Agreed.
2, Ride the
agree with
Lightning. Some of the most iconic staples of their live sets. Now that's 100% true. From the
Very
Bell
true.
Tolls, Creeping Death. Number 3, Kill 'Em All. Really love the raw thrash. Yeah, kicks ass. Gotcha.
Yep.
Justice for All. No bass, but the riffs James come up with are insane. The riffs on Justice are so killer.
Oh, they're great.
Black Album, Hardwired. He says, I do think they could have trimmed a few songs off Hardwired. You know what? I agree. I think Murder 1 could go. I'm going to be honest with you. I think Murder 1 could be like a B-side. It doesn't really fit upon repeated listens.
Yeah, I mean, I still like the song.
I do
I
too.
don't think it's a bad song.
I totally agree.
But that would be the one track skipper for me.
Yeah, it is. I'm sad to say it. All right. Death Magnetic, he said, you guys nailed it. Some gems, but the rest are just good songs, in my opinion. Okay. Saint Anger. I know it's crazy to have this anywhere last, but hear me out. Being only 25, this was the first new Metallica album I could buy once I was into the band. Needless to say, I wasn't on the internet and had no idea what public reception was, nor was I into music enough to really know the snare problems or other issues. 11-year-old me thought it jammed pretty hard.
Well, you were 11.
I get it. I get it.
You're that young. I mean, think about some of the stuff you might have got into when you were 11 years old. You listen to it now, you're like, why did I listen to that?
To me, it's really the only thing that makes sense. Like when I hear about people that are into it, is like if it was, there's just something powerful about a record you hear when you're a kid. It just sticks with you. I get it.
Yeah. I mean, he could have summed it up and said, I know this is crazy, but I was a child.
Right. Exactly. Which is what I say every day about everything.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell my wife every day. Reload. I'm one of the haters of the Load Reload era. Sure, there are some good songs like Fixer, Fuel, Outlaw, LOL, but I just couldn't get into it. And then he's got number 10 at Load. All right. Okay, bud.
Fair enough.
I mean, fuck off,
All right.
but okay.
Darth Leviosa. Darth Vader. As requested, here's my top 10 list. I think you may be shocked by some of my entries. Number 1, Master of Puppets, peak Metallica, he says. Number 2, Justice for All, complex, intricate, moving, and crushing. I agree. Red Lightning, some absolute classics, just a couple of less than perfect songs.
I bet he's talking about Escape.
Yeah, probably. Kill 'Em All, old school thrash, aggression, raw, of course. Death Magnetic, production issue aside, old school thrash is back.
Yep.
Hardwired to Self-Destruct, excellent production, some new classics, second half drags and parts.
True.
Saint Anger, number 7, Saint Anger, Darth. Horrible production, band returning to their roots. I totally disagree on that.
What roots? The roots of shit?
The roots underneath the piece of shit that your dog just laid in the backyard. So that was mean. I'm sorry. Some great riffs, weak arrangements. I don't even know if there's that many great riffs on there.
I don't think so either, dude.
I mean, weak arrangements is a compliment.
I agree.
I think it's I'm done with that one. Black Album, in my opinion, a wrong turn into the hard rock land. Obviously worked out well for the band, to say the least.
Well,
I don't want to. I don't know. That's this is another episode we could do. I think like someone actually emailed us and suggested it to do. Like, did Metallica sell out? Did they not sell out? I think Metallica did what the hell they wanted to do and just made a fucking great record.
But what's up with all the Black Album haters who like? Are they just ignoring the fact that Holier Than Thou's on that fucking record and that Struggle Within's on it and that it's got thrashy metal shit on it?
Or are they ignoring the fact that if you watch Some Kind of Monster, like they're talking about like adapting to the times? That's why Kirk was pissed they weren't letting him do solos on the record.
If anything, they tried to sell out with Saint Anger.
I think so. I think that would be a sellout record.
Okay.
And anyways, moving on. Number 9, Load. A few good songs, lots of filler, more hard rock, mid-tempo, boring. Reload, you're going to hate this. Feels like songs are not good enough for Load, which was already mediocre in my opinion. Thanks for the podcast. That's what he says. Thank you, Darth.
Again, I think Darth's the one who we heard from about Better Than You, which I got to say, kudos to Darth for his very concise explanations for his rankings. I enjoyed reading that.
Yeah, totally.
I think Reload has some of James's best. I mean, I think The Unforgiven 2 is one of his best lyrics. I think Memory Remains is one of his best songs.
Yeah.
I just see it differently. It's so interesting that it's such a cool
I know.
thing about Metallica that it's just there's a lot of slices of pizza and everyone likes a different flavor. There's my pizza
I know,
stuff.
man.
All right, is it you or me?
That's you.
Jeff McGowan, my top 10: Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Black Album, Hardwired, Load, Reload, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, Saint Anger. All right, here we go. Samim.
Oh my goodness.
Now, we've mentioned before that Samim is quite the writer. I don't think we can read all of this, but needless to say, what he has to say is very interesting. Death Magnetic. I'll read some of this. Oh, no. Oh, okay. So I read them backwards. Starting number 1, Master Puppets. Number 2, Justice. Number 3, Load, which he says he thinks is better than Reload in many ways. Bleeding Me and Outlaw Torn are 2 masterful and innovative epics. I agree. Then he's got Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Black, Hardwired to Self-Destruct, Black Album. Then he's got Lulu. Then Reload, then Saint Anger. And his last record, his worst, or least favorite Metallica record, is Death Magnetic. And he says, for me, the cardinal sin in any piece of art is not being bad per se, but uninteresting. Death Magnetic sounds derivative, uninspired, and contrived to me. It's an hour-long, uneventful bus ride through downtown traffic with about the same level of sound quality to boot. In Saint Anger, the bus at least crashes into things. It made me almost completely lose my interest in the band until Hardwired won me back. The good thing about Death Magnetic, though, it really reinvigorated the band and let them embrace their past. When I first saw them live in 1999, it was a disappointing affair. The second one in 2008 was the best show I've ever been to. That's an interesting perspective.
That's the meme.
I love his bus. I love his bus imagery.
I know, it's great. It was awesome. That dude is. If anybody listening has heard that he loves writing novels to us, and they're very well written and insightful.
Well, and we have our da-da-da-da-da. That was from Samim.
Yeah, exactly.
Which we had another.
Right,
we had another writer write us a long thing, which was really cool, and I think we wrote back. But
yeah.
I think they were trying to compete with old Samim, and I just the bar is real high on Samim.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, next one
is from Nick Garcia. Hey guys, fun topic for the last episode. Here's mine. Master Puppets, Red Lightning, Black Album, Justice, Load, Reload, Hardwired, Kill 'Em All, Death Magnetic, Saint Anger. My man Nick.
All right, we've got a few more here. Is it me?
Are you going?
Oh, are we just alternating the emails?
I just thought we were switching off, yeah.
Oh, all right, right on. Neil Hansen, Master Puppets, Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, Kill 'Em All. Nothing needs to be said about these 4. All right, that's true if you're old school. Load, too many songs,
yes.
but Bleeding Me is an all-time great Metallica song. I agree. 6, Saint Anger. Love the raw, aggressive, heavy sound. Totally get why you guys and others wouldn't like it. Invisible Kid is by far the worst song they've ever recorded. Wow. And yet it's at number 6. Okay. Hardwired.
Yeah.
Then he's got Death Magnetic. He says Death Magnetic hasn't held up well. They were trying too hard to recapture old glory and, of course, the brick wall production. Okay. Number 9, Black Album. Good album, but too many overplayed songs I never need to hear again. Wow. Reload.
I mean,
you want to riff on that for a second?
I got nothing. No.
Okay.
I riffed enough on it on the Black Album episode.
Okay, Reload.
It's a fucking great record, and they're overplayed because they're on the radio, and I'm pissed.
They're overplayed because they're so good.
Yeah. Guess what happens when you like a song? You just play it over and over and over again.
Yeah, and the world loves that
and
shit.
if you don't like a if the radio station is overplaying a song, just don't listen to that radio station.
You know what song always sticks in my head?
That's why I think people should take a long break from the Black Album and then revisit it.
I think that's
don't listen to it for like 2 years.
I think that's actually a really good idea. Because
I didn't listen to it for a long time.
Because you get spoiled with it because it's so good.
Yeah,
and then
totally.
number 10, again, just piercing my heart. Reload, number 10. Load Session
Yeah.
Leftovers, and it shows. Way too much bland filler. And then he names some of the songs. Attitude and Prince Charming, I do think, are kind of fillery. But I think the song Slither kicks ass. Don't go looking for snakes, you might find them. I love that stuff. All right.
Slither's a great song.
And we have Brad Blazik.
Right, Blazik. So my top 10 Metallica albums are, and number 1, Justice for All. And he says a couple things here. I love this album so fucking much. It was really the first metal album that I ever sat down and listened to. I used to listen to it every day on the bus to and from school. Had a Walkman cassette player and huge headphones. Dude, I did the exact same thing in high school.
You're doing it. You're doing it right now.
I have a huge headphones on right now. Yeah, I don't have a cassette player. Number 2, Master Puppets. 3, Ride the Lightning. Kill 'Em All. The Black Album. I could almost flip flop 4 and 5. He says. Like I said earlier, Metallica to me is the first 4 albums. The heavy, aggressive thrashiness of those albums is undeniable. Number 6, he got Death Magnetic. Number 7, Hardwired. He said he could also flip flop Death Magnetic and Hardwired. Then 8, Load. 9, Reload. 10, Saint Anger.
Okay. Richard Tremblay writes, number 1, Master Puppets. Number 2, Black Album. All right, getting some of that Black Album love. Justice for All.
Yeah.
Ride the fucking Lightning, which is, I think, a joke from our Ride the Lightning episode. Hardwired, Death Magnetic, Load, Reload, Kill 'Em All, 10 Saint Anger with the thumbs down.
Yeah, his little emoji of a thumbs down. I appreciate that. All right, Brady Trentham says, number 1, Load,
Woo!
and says, gasp.
Shock, boom, gasp.
But yeah, he's got Load at number 1.
Love it.
Number 2, Master of Puppets, the Black Album, and Justice for All, Hardwired Self-Destruct, Ride the Lightning, Reload, Kill 'Em All. He put Garage Inc. in there, so
And Saint Anger.
you're cheating. But then
All right, and
he puts
S&M.
S&M in there. Yeah. So, but he did. He didn't include Death Magnetic at all.
Oh, come on, dude. Come on, Brady. He included.
Brady, you got to follow the rules,
he
man.
included 2 albums that are off limits and left off one of the records that we need on this list.
Yes.
Okay.
So listen, Brady, if you're gonna play the game, you gotta play by the rules.
You got to play by the Metallica rules, bro.
That's right.
And I'm telling you, dude, just because he threw S&M in there, if we're throwing S&M in there, it's cracking my top 5. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah, totally.
Kyle Saltar, who we read at the top of the show, he ranked his albums. Let's see. He says, I'm curious to see if anyone out there has Saint Anger in the top 5. Yeah, well, we've had several on this list that was goddamn number 1. Number 1, Ride the Lightning. 2, Master Puppets. 3, Black Album. 4, Kill 'Em All. Load. And he wrote, God, I hated this album years ago. But once you take it for what it is as a hard rock album with southern influences, it's awesome. Maybe that's the key, dude, is like, you just gotta understand what these records are and stop trying to make them into what you want them to be.
Or maybe if you hate Load and Reload so much, is it because, do you only listen to metal?
Yeah.
And that's it?
Right.
I feel like if you have a pretty broad spectrum of musical taste, you might be more willing to at least sit down and listen to these things and accept them for what they are. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Number 6, he's got Hardwired. 7, Justice. 8, Reload. Number 9, Death Magnetic. He says it's a return to form after Saint Anger, but it has its problems. I tend to find the songs blend together, lacking variety. I don't see it.
I disagree.
Yeah, I don't see it. Number 10, Saint Anger. All I can say is it took balls releasing this. Now, I agree with that. Just
Totally.
Just bad all around arrangement, lyrics, tone, that fucking snare. I agree with you, bud. All right.
Yeah, man.
Next.
All right, Anthony Cortez, our next one. He writes in, and number 1, Justice for All. He says, seriously, you can't argue with 1, Justice, Frayed, Black and Short. You can't argue with any of those songs.
Then he just named basically all the tracks on the record.
Just about. Number 2, the Black Album. He goes, I come back to this record because it's the first album I ever listened to after my brother introduced me to S&M.
Cool.
Very cool. Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Hardwired, Kill 'Em All, Load, Reload. Sorry, Clint. Still a solid album, but I just go to Load more.
I forgive you, homie.
But you like both those records.
Yeah.
Number 9, Saint Anger. I respect you guys and everyone else's opinion on this album. And yes, it sounds horrible, production-wise and all, but I've always defended this album. I love how angry it sounds. Sure, it sounds angry.
I like it when things sound angry, but I just like it when the angry things are good songs.
And you can understand the angry things. And underneath the angry things, you don't hear. King,
Yeah,
king, king,
and don't
king.
don't ever let Kirk Hammett write goddamn lyrics for the angry things.
Yeah, and let him do a damn solo. And number 10 is Death Magnetic for him. He said, I agree with Ethan that it sounds like a good demo, talking about the production quality. First time I heard it, I was just slightly disappointed. It doesn't do much for me. Well,
that's cool.
I respect that. I don't know. I record a lot. Obviously, we both do music. I, of course, don't like the production, but I can get past it and listen to it for what it is, and I think there's awesome songs on there.
And I like what Anthony said before his Saint Anger explanation. He says, I respect yours and everyone else's opinions.
Yeah.
Let's just
Totally.
go ahead and echo that. We're having a little bit of fun on the podcast, especially when you put Saint Anger number 1. But we do respect all of your opinions. That kind of goes without saying, right?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, Thomas writes, here's my album ranking. I'm sure it'll upset one of you who happens to highly value the Load and Reload albums. Okay, well, that's me. Number 1, Justice. Love this album. Pound for pound, their best work. Oh, someone sent us an email this week saying that I say pound for pound too much.
Well, pound for pound, it doesn't bother
I think
me.
pound for pound, it's a pretty good phrase.
Pound for pound, it totally doesn't bother me.
Hello, pound for pound.
I just combined all the things that annoy people.
Justice for All. Okay, I just read that. Master Puppets. He says he digs it more than Ride the Lightning. That's okay. Hardwired. Not sure if it's new, but I totally love this album, and it's their best work in years. I agree. Ride the Lightning.
Yep.
Death Magnetic. He says I don't get the sound issues everyone bitches about. I can see that.
right,
I can
cool.
see that. Someone who doesn't really know about the kind of brick walling peaking.
Yeah.
Whatever. Black Album, Kill 'Em All, Load. He says, I don't hate Load. They're good songs on the album. I hate the era Load comes from and what it represents. Okay. Well, so you're bringing like a whole other bunch of things to the table than just the actual merit of the record. So I don't
like the haircuts.
Yeah, I get it. Like it bummed a lot of people out. That's fine.
Kirk and his labrae piercing, things like that.
I like Kirk with the spiky hair and stuff, though. I think that
was cool.
I think the band looks really cool in the cunning stunts stuff. I think I like
yeah.
I like it.
Agreed.
Number 9, Saint Anger. I like Saint Anger more than you guys do, but I recognize it's not their best. It's almost their worst. Da 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 da. Number 10, Reload. I hate this album. The 4 songs on this album that are quote unquote good still suck.
Wow.
That's it. Thanks for all you guys do. I love the podcast. All right. Thank you, Thomas.
All right. Next one is from Curse with a K. I came to thrash metal through black metal.
Interesting.
Venom's Welcome to Hell and Bathory's first 2 albums. So I have a soft spot for shitty production. Okay, fair enough. So this person's list is Kill 'Em All, and they typed out Ride the Lightning, Z-E. Hardwired, mostly because Spit Out the Bone is the balls.
Yeah, Spit Out the Bone is cool.
It's badass, yeah. Number 4, Black Album, Death Magnetic, Justice, Puppets, Load, Reload, Saint Anger.
Cool.
All right, and we're winding down here to our last few.
I'm going to go ahead and say thank goodness. Thank goodness we're almost done.
I mean, we want to honor all you guys and read what you've thought about and written in, but man, it's a long journey.
I will say, like, we have gotten to everybody, so we really do appreciate when you guys hang in there with us and engage us, because we want to do everything we can to make sure we make that special for you guys. Even though I guess essentially we're just reading your shit on a podcast. I guess it's not that special. Tyler Ashton writes,
it's very special. This is Metal Up Your Podcast. This is so fucking special.
Okay, so fucking special.
Pound for pound, this is so fucking special.
Pound for pound, it's totally Outlaw Torben and Dave. And the pizza's in the fridge.
Liter for liter.
Tyler Ashton, number 1, Master Puppets, 2, Justice for All, 3, Ride the Lightning, 4, Hardwired, 5, Black Album, 6, Kill 'Em All, 7, Death Magnetic, 8, Load, 9, Reload, 10, Saint Anger. He says Hardwired's just so good. It has a mix similar to the Black Album with more aggressive riffs. Very cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then I think we did have 2 last forum. You can read these last 2.
Yeah. Caps for Dahandi. Caps for Dahandi. That's a long one.
Caps for the hand.
Caps. You should have put claps for the hand. Anyways, number 1, Puppets. 2, Justice, Ride the Lightning, Hardwired, Black Album, Load, Death Magnetic, Reload, Kill 'Em All, Saint Anger.
All right.
And our final ranking list here is from Josh. Gosh, I'm tired. Joshua, Metallica fan. All the words are just jumbling together now on the page.
I know, dude. I know.
And Josh's list is the Black Album, Load, Death Magnetic, number 4, Clint, Reload.
Love it.
Hardwired, Justice for All, 7, Master of Puppets, 8, Ride the Lightning, 9, Saint Anger, 10, Kill 'Em All. So you think that Ride the Lightning is one better than Saint Anger? That's crazy.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we don't have to harp on that anymore. I think we've made our point kind of clear about how we feel.
We've hammered it in. Pound for pound, we've hammered it in.
Yeah. Yes, we have.
Okay, so I have a few stats. So like we obviously we just read all those lists, and my sweet wife kind of put it all together for me so that it kind of makes sense. I'm going to read that a little bit.
Yeah.
She said, so Master of Puppets was the highest rated with 35% of the vote, closely followed by Injustice for All that had 31% of the vote for number 1. The only other album that even got in the double digits was Ride the Lightning with 17%. Master of Puppets also got 34% of votes for number 2, so that means that 70% of the total votes for Master of Puppets were either number 1 or 2. So I think that's
awesome.
That's the clear winner, right? Saint Anger is the lowest ranked, with 63 of participants ranking it at number 10. And you know what bums me out is the only thing keeping it from being higher is that so many people put fucking Reload at number 10.
I know.
So 22% of people
Clint.
ranked Saint Anger at number 9. Only 15% of the total votes for Saint Anger came in at 8 or higher. And only 2 people ranked it anything above a 5. And those were the 2 people who put it number 1.
Yeah. Well, again, this is Earth. You can do what you want.
Welcome to the planet Earth.
Very, very subjective. Yeah.
Well, we did it. That's
crazy.
Yeah. I want to again thank my wife for taking the time to do that. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. Thank you, Isabel, for doing that. And thanks for listening. I know that was a lot to digest because we were just reading lists the whole time. But as you've heard in the past, we've done a few fan-incorporated episodes, and we'll continue to do them in the future. We try to kind of spitball through these as fast as possible, but we hope you enjoyed it, and yeah.
What do we got coming up?
That's all I got.
Should we tell the good folks what's coming up? Do we even know what's coming up?
I think we have an idea. I know that we're very soon. Well, here's the thing. Clint and I text each other constantly, like, what should the next few episodes be? And we'll just, like, go back and forth. How about this? How about this? How about this? So I definitely know in the next episode or two we're going to do one on a year and a half in the life of Metallica, the documentary.
And I think we're going to
do... which I love.
Oh, I'm so stoked. So stoked. And I think we're going to do Death Magnetic and Kirk's top solos. We're going to combine those. Or not Death Magnetic, Beyond Magnetic.
Beyond Magnetic.
And we're gonna combine that with your list for Kirk's top solos, and then I think the last one for this month for May is going to be our Bob Rock episode with our first guest, Paul Moak.
Yeah, we're gonna have our guest, and he's also a producer, which is why he actually brought it up. He's like, I want to be a guest. I want to do one on Bob Rock. So we'll have a Bob Rock episode. Our first guest, Paul Moak, who we've talked about in the past. That'll be really, really fun, and I think we'll probably have to do that in the very, very short time I'm back in Nashville for this tour.
I think we have it on the books, right?
Yeah, we're gonna. Yeah, I think it is on. It's officially in the Metallica books.
And we mentioned at the top of the episode, check out our iTunes. Leave us a positive review. We'll send you some goodies. We got the patches coming. We're going to be making T-shirts and crap too. If you want to tell them about all the social media shit.
Yeah, you can go to Instagram, Metal Up Your Podcast, Twitter, Metal Up Your Cast. You can go to metalupyourpodcast.com to listen, or obviously you are listening, so that doesn't really matter to you. And if you want to help support the show in a financial way, go to patreon.com/metalupyourpodcast. That'll continue to help us print things like patches and T-shirts and things of that sort. So yeah, that's all we got.
Well, from Valdosta, Georgia, peace out.
And from Phoenix, Arizona, bye. I gotta go to stage and start loading in gear.
We'll have fun doing that.
Yeah, and then I'll be in El Paso tomorrow for a day off.
When do you...
So if anybody's listening in El Paso, I'll be in El Paso tomorrow.
You're gonna...
Basically, well, technically you won't listen to this until Monday, so never mind.
Crap.
I'll be. I got some days off in Texas coming up. Maybe someone will buy me those promised beers.
We got a lot of fans in Texas.
I got a day. I know. I got a day off coming up in Houston and Dallas.
We got Willie Nelson. We got... Who else?
Yeah, Willie promised to buy us a beer.
You're going to be smoking weed out of an apple.
Yep.
With old Willie.
All right. Let's wrap this up.
All right, bud. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you on the flip flop.
Adios.
If you were our advisor, what would you say? Then I would say, delete that.